So why doesn't she just STFU? I've had it with these fakers who have all the advantages of being born and living in America and the American dream coming true for them. She's a successful attorney. In addition to this job on The View, where she gets millions of dollars a year.
From Joy Behar to Whoopi Goldberg, from Sonny Hostin to Elizabeth Hasselbeck, here are 10 times Megyn Kelly absolutely destroyed The View. So if you have not subscribed yet, hit that button right now, because this is one of the most satisfying takedown compilations you will ever see. The View has been on ABC for 27 years, and they have spent every single one of those years using daytime television to manufacture moral outrage at conservative women, while their hosts sit there reading questions off cards their producers wrote for them. Megyn Kelly is the one woman in American media who fights back, and she fights different.
Hunter Debutts is also not a thing. Doesn't exist. At least not in the public eye. There is one we found, just like some rando. We Googled it and who's, someplace doing something.
Before Megyn was a TV anchor, she was a corporate litigator. Bickle and Brewer, then Jones Day, 9 years cross-examining hostile witnesses, then 13 years at Fox News. Now she runs MK Media, over 4 million YouTube subscribers, top 3 conservative podcast in the country, top 20 overall. And here is the part that has to make The View hosts furious. In 2016, Vanity Fair put Megyn on their cover and called her, quote, an improbable feminist icon. The liberal mainstream tried to claim her. A decade later, in 2025, Time named her one of the 100 most influential people in the world for the second time, with the tribute written by Lara Trump. So when The View attacks her, they are not bringing soft daytime energy to a fight with a TV personality. They are bringing it to a federal courtroom. And the prosecutor is undefeated. Court is in session. Number 10, the preemptive strike. So Megyn is on her show talking about Pete Hegseth's new fitness standards for the United States military. She does not have to bring up The View. There is no provocation. She just does it anyway, because somewhere between minute 1 and minute 2 of the segment, she clocks an opportunity to take a completely unprovoked physical appearance shot at the panel, and she takes it. Megyn did not even wait for the defense to call a witness. She looked right at the Behar Brigade, examined the visual evidence, and declared them physically unfit to stand trial. Objection from Joy? Overruled. We are not even 1 minute into court. Number 9. The historical illiteracy. Co-host Ana Navarro publishes a furious piece in Esquire complaining about a presidential pardon, specifically a pardon issued by President Woodrow Wilson to a man named Hunter Debutts. There is one small problem with Navarro's column. Hunter Debutts did not exist. He is a fictional character. Navarro wrote an entire op-ed about a pardon issued to a person who never lived, and Megyn could not have been more delighted.
Hunter Debutts is also not a thing. Doesn't exist. At least not in the public eye. There is one we found, just like some rando. We Googled it and who's, someplace doing something.
Ana Navarro approached the bench with a mountain of historical evidence regarding the notorious Hunter Debutts. Unfortunately for the daytime TV coven, Megyn Kelly actually read the legal brief and realized Navarro's star historical witness was a literal fictional character. Case dismissed due to extreme historical ignorance. Sustained. Number 8. The perjury trap. Sonny Hostin launches into one of her signature monologues on The View about how she is genuinely terrified for her children's future in America. Specifically, she claims her daughter has, quote, less rights than Hostin did growing up. She says it like she is testifying at a Senate hearing. She means it. Megyn Kelly heard it on her podcast and made the mistake of fact-checking Sonny Hostin's actual life. Hostin tried to take the stand and swear under oath that she was a desperate victim of a broken system. Counselor Kelly calmly entered Hostin's bank account and zip code into evidence and proved that the only thing oppressed about the pearl-clutching panel is their grip on reality. STFU indeed. Sustained. Number 7. The history lesson. In early 2022, Whoopi Goldberg sits down at the Hot Topics table on live national television and announces that the Holocaust was, quote, not actually about race. According to Whoopi, it was just, quote, man's inhumanity to man. The internet collectively loses its mind. ABC suspends her for 2 weeks. And Megyn Kelly walks into her own studio and delivers a public lecture on Nazi racial theory that Whoopi could not survive.
Here's what happened. She went on The View yesterday and made comments about the Holocaust that were really boneheaded. I mean, crazy-ass boneheaded. And this is how—
Whoopi Goldberg attempted to rewrite the darkest chapter of the 20th century from the comfort of a daytime panel chair. Megyn Kelly stepped into the courtroom, delivered a masterclass in actual historical fact, and watched calmly as the ABC asylum was forced to suspend its own star witness. The hostile witness rested. The court did not. And before we move on, a quick courtroom bridge. Because if you think Megyn only takes shots at The View, take a look at how she handles legacy media too. Earlier this year, Chris Cuomo, yes, the same Chris Cuomo who got famously called Fredo Corleone in public, decided to take a shot at Megyn on his News Nation show, pulling up her photo and labeling her, quote, a sloppy influencer. Megyn responded on her podcast by reminding America that nobody watches Cuomo's News Nation show, his Sirius XM show, his podcast, or anything else he has touched since CNN fired him. Quote, Fredo Norado, end quote. Sustained. The court resumes. Number 6. The Insider Expose. So back in October 2018, Megyn was famously fired from NBC over a brief, off-the-cuff comment about Halloween costumes, and The View host that entire week piling on her, calling her racist, calling her done, gleefully celebrating her career death on national television. Years later, off the corporate leash and running her own media empire, Megyn returned the favor by exposing on The Sean Ryan Show exactly how their show actually works. The View crew thought they had Megyn dead to rights in 2018 when corporate HR came calling. But during the discovery phase, Megyn revealed their darkest industry secret. The entire panel is just a group of actors reading cue cards their producers wrote for them. The jury finds them guilty of impersonating journalists. Number 5. The comparison. Sonny Hostin again, because of course it's Sonny Hostin again, sitting at the Hot Topics table, decides to draw a moral equivalence between the events of January 6th and the systemic atrocities of the Holocaust and American chattel slavery on daytime television, saying it like she is delivering a TED Talk. Megyn Kelly listens, does the math, and destroys her. Counselor Kelly moves to strike Hostin's entire brain from the public record. When you compare a 3-hour political riot to centuries of systemic slavery and the mechanized genocide of millions, you do not just lose the argument, you lose your right to even approach the bench. The daytime dragons are out of order. Number 4. The friendly fire. Because if you think Megyn Kelly only goes after liberals, you have not been paying attention. In May 2026, Daily Wire founder Ben Shapiro uses his TPUSA AmFest speech to launch a public attack on Candace Owens, demanding she provide evidence for her geopolitical claims. Weiss joins him. They want Megyn to publicly condemn Owens, to pick a side. Megyn refuses. Megyn does not just prosecute the left. When Ben Shapiro tried to lead a conservative purity purge, Megyn turned her cross-examination directly on her own side, proving that no one, liberal or conservative, is safe from her subpoena. The court answers to no party, only the facts. Number 3. The culture clash. February 2026, Piers Morgan invites Megyn onto his show to debate the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime announcement, the entire performance to be delivered in Spanish. Megyn calls it a, quote, middle finger to the rest of America. Piers pushes back. He defends the artistic choice, and Megyn does what no other guest on his show ever does. She turns the cross-examination on the host. Piers Morgan tried to act as the presiding judge in his own courtroom. Megyn quickly reminded him who actually owns the bench. A brutal reminder that whether Megyn is fighting daytime panels or British broadcasters, she will always deliver the final sentence. Change of venue denied. Number 2. The fake conservative. Every panel show needs a tame Republican on the leash, and The View's resident producer-approved conservative is Alyssa Farah Griffin, there to validate the liberal consensus, soothe the daytime audience, and never actually push back when it matters. Megyn Kelly has been calling out exactly what that role is for years. The Hot Topics hags love to keep a domesticated, well-behaved conservative on a tight leash, but Megyn Kelly knows a rigged jury when she sees one. She rests her case. Alyssa Farah Griffin is just a prosecution witness wearing a defense attorney's suit, leading the witness. Sustained. And number 1. The final verdict. Last week, March 2026, Megyn Kelly opens her March 2nd show by breaking with the entire conservative establishment over the Iran war. 4 American service members had just died, and she looks right into the camera and delivers a thesis nobody on her own side wanted to hear. The MAGA base detonated. And the very next day, on March 3rd, The View runs the clip during Hot Topics. Elizabeth Hasselbeck, yes, that Elizabeth Hasselbeck, formerly of Fox News, supposedly Megyn Kelly's friend, is the guest co-host, and she chooses violence. Joy Behar tried to warn her. She literally said the words, roller derby queen, on national television. Hasselbeck stepped into the courtroom anyway, She screamed, she cried, she clutched her pearls for the cameras. She dared Megyn Kelly to come for her. And what did Megyn do? She did not dignify Hasselbeck with a single segment. She did not dedicate 1 minute of her 4 million subscriber YouTube show to her former colleague. She walked over to the Daily Mail. She gave them one sentence. That is it. That is the whole response. 8 words. Done. A single sentence to the press. And the case was permanently closed, proving that Megyn Kelly will always have the last word. No matter how loud The View gets, no matter how many morning panels they stack, no matter how many former Fox News conservatives they bring out as guest hosts to do their dirty work, the prosecutor walks in, calls her witnesses, presents her evidence, and the daytime panel discovers, every single time, that they are not in their courtroom anymore. They are in hers. Tell me which takedown was your favorite in the comments. And if you want to see exactly how deep this rot in the entertainment media industry actually goes, watch my full breakdown of Cat Williams' bombshell Hollywood allegations next. Hit subscribe so you do not miss the next chapter. Court is adjourned.